All right, let's all come have a seat. We have our balls, we have our blocks, and let's start seated. Yeah, it's always good to check in with our hips right at the beginning. Roll your shoulders down your back and make sure you're not sitting back. You're sitting nice and tall. Yeah. And release your shoulders and close your eyes and let's just center ourselves and come to your breath. This is the space where we remember that we don't have to be a slave to our thoughts, that our thoughts can come in and we can let them go. And we don't have to act on them. So we take a breath. And you inhale and expand your rib cage. Exhale. Inhale. Really full. One more breath to settle yourself, to set your intention, the day. Do what you can. Of the world. Slowly, slowly, slowly open your eyes. And then circle your arms up and let's just reach just a little bit as we do. Oh, yeah. And reach. And reach. Good. And reach. And then take your right arm all the way to the right and reach a little bit more. I want you to press your right hand down and imagine you're isometrically pressing your hand away from you to get right into your right waist. And then roll your right waist forward and come a little deeper. And then press your hand away from you isometrically and get deeper right into your belly and a little deeper and a little deeper. Good. And then all the way back to center and all the way to the left, pressing your left hand down and isometrically pressing it away from you. Notice how you press it away and your left waist engages, and then you come a little deeper. Keep your right hip reaching towards the earth and get a little deeper. And let your spine really connect and connect. Connect. Oh, yeah. And back through center and over to the right. Exhale. And inhale to center. Notice how deep you can get. Exhale. Oh, yeah. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale with control. Right. And exhale. And back to center. Take your fingers behind your head. Shoulder blades are down your back. Scoop your heart forward, your elbows back, your heart's open, little back bend. And then you're going to round your back and take your elbows toward each other, towards. And then inhale and open it up. Exhale, big rounded back, elbows toward each other. This is really good for your shoulders. Do some warm up and open your shoulders. Exhale. And inhale. Good. Exhale. Make it effortful so you come right to the edge. You open it up as far as you can, right? And then you close as deep as you can. One more. Open it up. Open it up and inhale. And full effort, right? And all the way back to center. Nice. Now circle your arms all the way up and find your twist. Good. Oh, yeah. Sit up tall and twist a little deeper to your right. Inhale to center. and over to your left. Couple more times, inhale and exhale. And inhale, good, and exhale. And I want to get right into our hips. So you're going to draw your knees to your chest. We're going to get into our core and our pelvic floor. It's my new mission. And you're going to roll all the way down to the earth, all the way. Good. Press your feet to the earth. Walk your shoulder blades together. And you're going to lift your hips up. Let's start with that. You're going to lift your hips and lower. And lift and squeeze your pelvic floor, your belly, even your glutes. And lift a little higher. And lower. And lift. Good. Exhale. Hold it. And then lower just a bit. A few more times. Yeah. And lift. And lift. And 8 little ones. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, squeeze. And then roll one vertebra at a time all the way to the earth. Good. Now just draw your knees to your chest. Make sure your hips are feeling right. Maybe take some knee circles. All right. Now I want to get right into our adductors and our hips. So I want you to come onto your forearms. And if it's too much, you'll come back down onto your back. Right? You're going to extend your legs up, up, up. So it's as vertical as you can. You're going to open it up. Oh yeah, come back. Now you're going to keep your left leg up and lower your right leg and come all the way back up and open it up. Come back to center. And now the left leg down, right leg stays vertical and straight and come back up. Ready? And open. Right leg down and come up and open. And left leg down and all the way up. And continue just like this. Open. And right leg. Notice how it gets into your core. Open. And left leg. And open. And right. Can you feel it in your belly? And left. Good. Let's do it a few more times. Right. Make sure you're breathing. It doesn't look like so much at first, does it? Right. All right. Last one. Ready? And open. And right leg. Good. And open. And left leg. And all the way back up. And then just come to lying on your back and draw your knees back into your chest. Oh, yeah. And just kind of roll your ankles. First one way, really roll them. Take deep breaths. And then the other. Yeah, this is pretty nasty. Okay. Now you're going to take your ball if you have one, or a block if that's what you have. And you're going to take it between your ankles. And you're simply going to keep your legs perpendicular. And you're going to squeeze. As you squeeze the block or the ball, I want you to feel the energy up your inner thighs, right into your pelvic floor and into your core. So you're going to squeeze, 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 and then hold to the count of 4. Good. And then release. And then squeeze, squeeze, squeeze 4 times and hold for 4. And release. And again, squeeze, 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 and hold. Again, it doesn't look like a lot on the outside, but I'm hoping you're shaking already. And hold on to it. and release. And last time. Squeeze, 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 and hold. 2, 3, 4. Stay vertical. Hold it tight, hold it tight, hold it tight. And release. Oh, yummy. And release your ball and come all the way onto your right side. And you're going to put a block, if you remember, just in front of your left shin. Good. You remember this one? Now you're going to bend your left knee and step your left foot to the earth behind your right leg and extend your right leg long. This is for your adductor and into your pelvic floor and your core. So you're going to lift your right leg and reach forward. Now you're going to really sit your hips back. That's going to get it deep into your hips, and then lift and come back and lift and forward. Now see if you can roll your inner thigh up toward the sky. So you're going to roll your toes down to the floor. Just a little bit. You get a little bit in there. Right? Lift, lift, and forward. Lift. So our hip flexors get really tight too. And we want to just keep those nice and warm. Exhale. Good. 8 more. And 8, right into your belly. So if you exhale or you count 7, that will also help. 6, exhale. 5, yeah. 4, and 3, and 2. Can you smile? Good. Last one. And just bend both your knees. And you can even release your head onto your arm. And take a breath. Yeah, that's a muscle that is very thin. Needs a little bit more help. Now, if you can still stay date the beach pose, because you're going to lift your left thigh bone. This is kind of what we did yesterday. You can lift your left thigh bone. It's kind of a clamshell, but you're going to lift your feet if you like to get a little bit deeper. And open and close slowly and open. I want you to include your core muscles and open and close. This is, someone called it the rotator cuff of your hip. Yeah, you can see how that can be. And open and close. And 8 and 7, 6 and 5. Yeah. 4, 3. We're going to really get into our hips today. 2. Well, we always do. Last one. Open it up and just release everything to the earth. And again, maybe massage your hip. Take a breath. Now you're going to lift your left leg up so that your left leg is a mirror of your right. But you're going to dip your right knee towards your top left knee towards your right knee, and then you're going to dip it up. So we're getting even deeper in our hips here. You can feel that. And you're going to dip it down so your left foot stays pretty high, and you're going to dip it up. Good. Exhale, dip or tap. Inhale. Yeah, tap your left knee to your right. Good. Eight more. 8, 7, 6. Good. And 5, 4, 3, and 2. Yeah, your hips are not going to be tight today. Last one, open it up and release. and come back to lying on your back. Good. Oh yeah, draw your knees to your chest and just give yourself that little hug. Rolling, rolling, rolling your ankles. All right. Now you're going to take your ball or your block. You can take it in between your knees. Good. And you're going to press your knees together. And already you can feel it in your core. We're just going to either keep your knees tapped down. Now you have to have your top of your pelvis down. So if your top of your pelvis, your low back is curved up, that's too far. So you can keep your feet tapped onto the ground. Okay? And this is really very classic. You're going to squeeze your knees together, though. Take your hands behind your back. And with your core muscles, you're going to lift your chest. So my hands are not pressing my head. I'm just giving my head and neck a little support because your head weighs a lot for those little vertebrae in your neck. So just kind of make a little sling for your head, releasing your head, so that every time you lift and exhale, it's really coming from your core. Now you can do a little in and out with your knees if you like. So squeeze the ball, draw your knees in. Good. We do 8 more. 8. Squeeze the ball, get right into those adductors. 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Last one. Oh yeah, it's pretty nasty stuff. Good. All right. Just release your ball, have it nearby. Walk your shoulder blades together and just kind of lift your hips once again and notice if they feel like they're floating a little floatier up. Good. And lower and lift. Good. This is really good. Right into your pelvic floor and your bum. And a few more. Reaching your shins forward, just kind of hold it as high as you can and just take 8 little pulses with your shins forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Oh yeah. And then all the way back down. One vertebra at a time. Take a breath as you roll onto your left side. Yeah. And you're going to take your block as high as you want in front of your left shin. You're going to bend your top right knee and step your right foot behind your left shin, behind your left thigh, that is. Ready? And you're going to fire up your left inner thigh. Now roll your inner thigh so that your toes are aiming towards the earth. And you're going to lift and sit your hips back a little bit as you reach your leg forward. And lift and back. And get into your core. Get into your hip flexors, right? Exhale. I know we talk about the same muscles all the time, but those are the muscles we have that get tight. So really lift and extend and lift and come back and lift. Good. Firing up your inner thigh. And 8, 7. Can you smile? 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. Oh, last one. Yay. Good. Oh, good job, guys. Bend your knees and make sure you're really on your left side. You can also release your head to your arm. You're just going to lift your right thigh bone up and lower and lift. So your left thigh stays glued to the earth. You want to press it down even. Now you can lift your feet if you like when you do this. You can come back to Day at the Beach if you want. That means your head is in your hand. Good. And lower and open as wide as you can and lower. Get right to your edge and lower and open. Good. We're going to do 8 more like that, right? 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Nice. Last one. And release. Take a breath. Maybe massage your hips. Maybe give them just a little pat. Good. Now you're going to lift your right leg up. So your right leg mirrors your left. Your knee is bent, right? Both knees are bent. And you're going to lower and tap, dip and tap your right knee to your left knee, and then open your right knee up as open as you can. And then you're going to tap and lift. Good. And tap and open. Oh, breathing into your right hip. Make sure you're breathing. That's really important. We're just going to do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. 4, 3. Nice. And 2. Last one. Oh, yeah. And release and massage your right hip. Should feel really good and warm. Because from here, we're going right into our table pose. So make your way into table. No problem, right? Setting it up, softening your heart, lift your belly. Shoulder blades are hugged together. Make your way into cat and cow. Make sure your knees are hip width apart. Just flex and extend your spine. Notice how everything we've done for our hips, how it affects your spine. Very good. Good. Exhale, belly back. Inhale. Oh, yeah. And take some big hip circles. Big hip circles. Big hip circles. And then circle your hips the other way. Good. Yeah. Good. Now take your hips back, all the way back with your arms forward, lifting your armpits. Check in with your breath. And you're going to slide your chest forward and into a variation of a cobra. Good. And now you're going to press your knees down, get into all those muscles we just warmed up, and come all the way back with your hips. And then inhale forward. Oh, yeah. And press your knees down all the way back. Now, as you come forward here now, I want you to come onto your forearms. Keep your hips high. Big, high hips. And then slide your chest to the earth and eventually your pelvis to the earth. Good? Now you're in Sphinx pose. Your forearms are parallel. Your elbows are beneath your armpits. You're going to press your forearms down. Imagine they're stuck and you're going to pull them back as you reach your chest forward. Now you're going to press your forearms down, release your chest, press your knees down and lift your hips, but from your belly. My hand is on your belly. Look at your belly. Lift your hips right from your belly and your pelvic floor. It's very subtle, but you should feel it pretty deep here. And then you're going to, again, roll forward, rolling onto your thigh bones, then into your pelvis and come forward. I really love this one. And then press your knees down to really get into your adductors, your inner thighs, your pelvic floor, right into your belly. Look at your belly. And then roll your thigh bones right to your pelvis, back to the earth, lifting your chest, pressing your forearms back. 2 more times. Let's do that. Press your knees down. Good. Lift. And inhale. And open. Oh. Last time. Press your knees down. Lift everything there in your pelvic floor and your belly. And all the way back forward. And release. Stack your palms under your forehead and just undulate your hips right and left. Just get a nice little release there. Everybody, please. And we gotta remember we need a little break there. Good. Then take your hands beside your upper ribs. Lift your chest. Make your way back to table pose. Good job, guys. Now you can extend your right leg all the way out to the right. Move this out of the way. Walk your hands back and circle your arms all the way up. You're nice and tall now. You're into your hips. Now you're going to reach your right hand down your right leg and reach all the way over to the right, lifting your right waist and reaching your left waist long. Then back through center and over to the left. Now you can just hang out there. You can take your block there. That's a great place for your block. Or you can land and you can reach your arm over your head. If that's where your arm goes, it depends on your shoulders. Good. And all the way, use your core to come back to center, all the way to the right. Oh, yeah. We're moving like in slow motion all the way to the left so that your core muscles are all called upon, right? Inhale, you can feel them going across your core. And also the way to the right. Good. And all the way back to center. Now I want you to sit your hips back as you reach your chest forward. So into those hip flexors we go. Your inner thighs are rolling back, your chest is reaching forward, and you're going to take your hands to the earth. You can even walk your hands a little bit more to the right. Reach your chest forward and reach your hips back, getting deep into your hips, a big, deep stretch. And you exhale into it, inhale slightly out of it. If you press your fingerprints down, your palms down, and imagine you're trying to pull your hands towards you and your hips are back, you're going to get a big stretch in your hips. So breathe into that. Yeah, so good. And then all the way back to center and back to table. Good job, guys. Now you're going to extend your right leg forward and flex your front right ankle. Sit your hips back. Notice how juicy your hips might feel, how flexible. And you're going to soften your chest. Soften a little deeper. Soften a little deeper. Press your right heel down. Breathe into there. Good. Oh, yeah. Then stepping into your right foot, take your left hand out towards the left and open it up. Just find a nice deep twist here. Lean back, open it up. And then take your right hand towards your left. You're getting deep in your hips. Inhale and open it up, deep twist. Exhale. Right into your hips again. Inhale and open it up. Last time. Take your right hand to your left and just take your forearms towards the earth or onto the earth. It doesn't matter. Right? Then take your hands inside your right foot, curl your left toes under, lift your left knee, lifting and lowering your hips. But here, I'm going to do Parsvottanasana. So you're going to walk your hands back, walk your left foot a couple feet forward and start to straighten both legs long and reach your right outer hip back. Lift your belly, engage everything in your hips as you press your feet down to come up. You can always use your hands on your right thigh bone to give you some stability, going all the way up. Now you're going to circle your arms all the way up. Keep your right hip back, and you're going to aim your chest towards your right thigh bone as you kind of swan dive all the way back down. Now this is a great place for your blocks under your hands. And just get deep into that space. Exhale into it. Inhale slightly out. And then exhale a little deeper. We take about 5 breaths here. Continue to lengthen your legs, reaching your right hip back. Your left inner thigh, you can draw back too. Yeah, just notice how you play in it. You get a little deeper. Good. All right, now take your hands to the earth and step back to your plank. Oh, yeah. Your hips are lower than your shoulders. Your belly knows what to do. You can walk your plank. You can play on your tiptoes and the balls of your feet. You can have your knees up or down. It doesn't matter. But just take an extra breath here. Lower, make your way into a cobra or an up dog. Oh, yeah. And right into down dog. Oh, no. And walk your dog. Yeah. Yeah. Come onto your tiptoes, lifting your hips, lift your pelvic floor, and then reach your heels towards the earth. Lift your armpits and reach your chest towards your thigh bones. Every muscle in your body's working, right? All right. And then lower your knees back to the earth. And let's come into a child pose. So widen your knees wide, big toes together. Take your hips back. And then lower your chest. Find your breath. Good. All right, back to table, ladies. Extending your left leg all the way out to the left. Notice how it's going to be different on the left side just because it's different. Not better or worse, just kind of different. Roll your inner thigh bones back and circle your arms all the way up. And then reach your left hand down your left leg and reach over and just see where you are on the right side of your body, right? Inhale from center and slowly with control, either hang out, take your block, and the block has different heights, right? Or land. Oh, and reach. Use your core muscles to come all the way up really slow, like you're moving through marshmallow, right? You're just moving through something sweet, moving every muscle in the core of your body, stretching it all out for a day of whatever it is we're doing. Over to the left. Over to the right. Last time, left and right. Really slow. Reach. And slow and control to the right. And all the way back to center. Sit your hips back, reach your heart forward, and slowly take your hands to the earth. Maybe walking your hands over to the left just a little bit. Your chest is going to reach forward as you roll your inner thigh bones back, and you'll sit a little bit deeper on the exhales. Inhale slightly out of it, exhale a little deeper. And just let your breath guide you through this. This is very edgy. So you're going to find what your edge is here really quick. Good. And all the way back to center, back through table. Good. Now you're going to extend your left leg in front of you, nice and long. Flex your front left ankle. Sit your outer hip back and soften into that. Getting into your hamstrings, there's 3 of them. And soften a little deeper. And a little deeper. And a little deeper. Find that edge by pressing your left heel down and isometrically drawing it back. That's how you get a little deeper. Good. Then stepping into your left foot, take your right hand out to the right, and then find your twist. Opening it up, lean back. Exhale your left hand towards your right. And where's your left hip at? Let's see. You can release your forearms to the earth. Inhale, open it up. Oh, yeah. Exhale and close. Inhale and open. Oh. Exhale and close. Then take your hands inside your left foot. Curl your right toes under, lifting your right knee. Lift and lower your hips. Oh, yeah. And now you're going to walk your hands back. As you walk, step your right foot a couple feet forward. Take your left outer hip back. Press your feet down to come all the way up. So there's feels like a little balance there, right? Yeah. Now your left outer hip is back. Your right inner thigh is back. Top of your pelvis is back. Circle your arms all the way up. Big inhale, maybe a little back bend, and then start to fold. Make sure there's some softness in your front left knee. You can take your hands on blocks and just get deep into your hamstring here and breathe into that. Maybe a little deeper. I don't know. You'll see. Good. Then press your left foot down to come all the way up right into your core. Stepping into your left foot, you're going to step your right foot beside your left and come into equal standing. Standing nice and tall. Good. Circle your arms all the way up, hooking your thumbs. Side body's long, and reach to the right. Oh, yeah. Inhale back to center, lengthen, and over to the left. Oh, and back to center, and release. Oh, yeah. All right, now we're going to sit deep into Utkatasana and come up and deep, a little bit deeper. So your feet are parallel, your knees are parallel, your thigh bones are parallel. Circle your arms up. Good. Now see if you can find your twist here. Maybe you'll take your left elbow outside your right thigh. I don't know. You'll see where it goes. Opening it up. Yeah. Inhale back to center. Stay low. This is for your knees, for your quads. All the way to your left. And maybe you'll take your elbow outside your left thigh. Opening it up. You'll see. Good. And back to center. All the way up. All right, circle your hips. Just clear it all out. All right, now you're going to soften your knees. Stepping into your right foot. You're going to lift your left knee up. You got to do this. You can take your arms out if you like. And you can extend your left leg forward, out to the left or back behind you, or make some circles with your left leg. You have to look at something that's not moving. Yeah. Maybe a pendulum, front and back. Just stepping on your right leg, right foot. Now take your left knee up towards your chest. If I can wipe myself here. Extend your left leg back. Good. And then step all the way back into warrior one. Oh yeah, warrior one. With your right hip back, get into your right quad, get a little deeper. A little deeper. Your knee is more towards 90 degrees. Make sure your right knee is over your right ankle and you're nice and tall. You're deep in your hips. And just be here for 5 breaths. Very classic. Very classic. Make little tiny adjustments with your right hip back. With maybe the pelvic floor back up. Maybe your belly in. Maybe another breath. Good. And then right into warrior two, keeping your right thigh bone back, looking over your right hand. Stay deep. Stay deep. Stay deep. Good. And we take 5 breaths here. Your legs might be doing a little shaky, shaky thing. All right, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, lift your palms, reach your heart forward, and then start reaching your chest forward, your hips back, and just find your breath here. Lift your arms, find that edge in your back. Good. Inhale, come all the way back up. There's some balance there. Bend both your knees, sit your bum back, and find your way into your triangle. Now you have a block there too, so you can always take your block inside your ankle, but you're going to press your hand back against your shin or your ankle, wherever you're at. Lift your right waist and roll it forward, and find about 5 breaths here. Good. Now take your left hand to your left hip. If you want, you can take your block and just kind of shorten your stance as you take your block slightly forward, or you can lift your left leg up, finding some balance. All those muscles in our hips are pretty loose now. Maybe you'll be able to find that space. It doesn't matter. Good. Just take another breath. Exhale your left hand to the earth. Step your left foot beside your right. Come into your forward fold. Oh, deep forward fold. Good. Press your feet down and circle your arms all the way up. And bring your palms together to your heart center, maybe with a smile. Maybe. Yeah. All right. Soften your knees. Now you're going to step into your left foot. I'm going to get this ball out of the way. Good. So you're going to step into your left foot and bend your right knee. And maybe take your hands to your hips, maybe your arms out, and you're going to lift and maybe make some circles with your right leg. Make it a little bit more interesting, right? Maybe pendulum, back and forth. Soften your left knee. Good. You take your right knee up towards your chest. And then extend your right leg back behind you, coming into that nice airplane pose. Oop. If you can. And if you can't, try again. Keep trying, right? And then you're going to step into your right foot and come into warrior one on the left. And you're going to just come deep in your hips. We're not going to play in it today. You're just going to come into warrior one, lengthening the sides of your body, deepening your hip. And stay here for a few breaths, making little adjustments. Shoulder blades hug together, deeper in your hips, taller in your spine. Good. Then right into warrior two, keeping your left thigh bone back. And just be deep in your warrior two. Good. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, open your heart, and then sit your inner thigh bones back as you reach your chest forward towards the left. You're going to take a few breaths here. Notice what you can do with your hips nice and warmed up. Good. Press your feet down to come all the way up. Soften both your knees, take your bum back. Now you're going to dip into your triangle pose. Lengthen both your legs long. And just find 5 calm breaths here. Good. Now we're going to come into half moon, however you do it. So take your right hand to your right hip. Shorten your stance. You might want to take your block under your left hand. And then you're going to lift your right leg. Maybe you'll just tap, maybe you'll lift. And you'll take about 5 breaths here. Make sure you can just be there. You can keep your right foot down too. All right, take your right hand to the earth, take your right foot beside your left, come back into your forward fold. Oh, yum. Press your feet down to come all the way up. Oh, big inhale. Bring your palms together to your heart center. All right, that's really good at release. All right, widen your stance wide. You can take your hands to your hips. All your toes are aiming forward. Your heels are in line. Standing tall, you're going to start to come halfway forward, checking in with your belly and your hips, and then all the way. And come deep into that space. Press your feet down and widen a little bit. Yeah. You might not even have to shake it out at all. Oh, so good. Keep your legs long, but your knees soft. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale your hands to your hips. Inhale all the way up. And then heel toe, your feet in. Oh, yeah. How you feeling, guys? Nice. We got that swing in our hips, right? No one's going to mess with us. All right, right into yoga, your yoga squat. So you can come into a sumo squat with your forearms on your thigh bones. That's really good. That's really good. Or you can come right into your yoga squat. Oh, yeah. And you're going to hug your thigh bones in and really be nice and tall. Your elbows are reaching out, but your thigh bones are hugging in and you're getting back in those muscles that we worked on in the beginning. And just stay nice, tall in your spine. If you want, you can move right and left. All right. Now, if you want, you can take your arms inside your thigh bones and roll your palms open and find a little bit of back bend here. And then you can roll your palms down and reach forward and find some cat. And then come back again with your palms forward, pressing your forearms back, your thigh bones in, find a little back bend here. Staying as tall as you can. Exhale, round your back. Last time, inhale, open it up. Oh yeah, so good. All right, now you can come onto your bum, or you can come onto your right knee and then your left knee and sit back into Rajasana, king pose. Nice and tall with your breath. Yeah, that was a lot of work. In case that you didn't know that. Okay. All right, let's get our blocks out of the way here and come to sitting on your bum. And since we have a little time, you're going to draw the top of your pelvis back and we're going to come into a classic boat pose. So you can just lift your toes. You can hold on to your shins. The only thing that's important is that you tip the top of your pelvis back. Any way up to the pose is the pose. And you stay here for 5 breaths. You can even find a little pulse here. 5 breaths. Good. Notice how easy it gets easier and easier the more we strengthen our core. Nice. And then come all the way back up. Draw your knees to your chest. Oh, yeah. I want to do one more thing for our hips here. It's always one more thing, right, guys? So you're going to extend your left leg long. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And you're going to slowly, as if your left heel is on a rusty trap, you're going to just kind of pull your left heel towards you. Maybe even move your hips closer to your left heel to get a nice big stretch in your right hip. And breathe into that, keeping your right hip open. You can stay just like that for a few breaths if it works for you. But we're going to go a little deeper than that because our hips are so ready. You're going to walk your left foot that's on the floor and just kind of walk it over to the right and lay your left shin onto the earth. And maybe you'll stack your shins in front of you. Maybe you'll keep your hips high. You'll just see where you go. We're just going to experiment with our hips. And sit tall as you can, kind of stacking. This is called fire log pose. You guys remember fire log? Yeah, it's kind of hard. See if you can sit up tall and just close your eyes and breathe 5 slow breaths. Nice. And then come all the way back onto your hands and release. Oh yeah, let's shake that out. What do you say? So every step of the pose, every step of the way is the pose. You don't have to go any further than this. But if you want, you're going to take your left knee towards your chest and just take your lay your left knee, your left ankle over your right thigh, above your knee. And if you stay here, it's great.
If you want, you can take your hands behind you and start to get that rusty track under your right heel. And just stay right here. You can see how this feels really good. This is a nice stretch. You don't have to go any further. This is great. And breathe. Oh, this is a good one. I love this. But if you're ready, you want to go deeper, you walk your right foot over to the left and lay your right shin to the earth, and you'll find that your thigh bones will be stacked, or almost. Or you can keep your right leg long. If you have really tight hips, you might want to keep your right leg straight. And you're going to sit up tall. So from the thigh bones, you're going to press down. From the center of your pelvis, the energy rises up. And you're just going to close your eyes and be here for a few more breaths. Oh, yeah, nice open hips. Then all the way back and shake it out. All right, you did it. All right, you're going to roll all the way onto your back and take your knees with you. Take your arms to T. I like to move my bum to the left. And let's just clear it out in one last twist, keeping your thigh bones hugged together. Roll your rib cage to the left, look to the left. Close your eyes. And just breathe. And then inhale to center. Move your bum to the right just a bit. Lift your knees and drop your knees to the left. Get that twist. Roll your rib cage to the right. Look to the right. Close your eyes and take a few breaths. And then make your way back to center. Take your arms, palms up beside your hips, lift your shoulders and walk them together. Then take them back to the earth. Then lift and shake out your hips. We've done this together. But now you're going to roll your top of your pelvis to the earth, to your tailbone. Good. Take a big inhale through your nose. Slowly exhale through your mouth as you release your legs long and just wide of your mat. And allow this really amazing practice into your body by taking 2 minutes to rest. As if your body is melting to the earth and you're watching your thoughts just float by, and take rest.
Start rolling your wrists, your ankles. Inhale, extend your arms up over your head. Exhale through your mouth. Ha, cleansing breath. Good. Draw your knees to your chest and roll to your right side. Be there for a moment. And then make your way to a seat on your mat. Bring your palms together to your heart center, your eyes closed. The light in me honors that light in you. Namaste. Ah, I gotta turn off the recording.